Hello and thank you for watching a tax software training video. In this quick video, we're going to show you some of the new features of software for this year and also some of those that we just improved upon. First thing you'll notice if you used the program last year is that we did change the look of the icons at the top, remove their names, but if you do hover over the top of them, it will tell you what it's for: knowledge base, calculator, client status, and so forth. So a little bit different look, but the same exact functionality for the majority of those tools. What we want to touch on first is the client list improvement. So if you look here in the client list, you'll see up at the top we have these little filters next to each of the column header descriptions. Now this is, if you're familiar with Excel, these act very similar to Excel. So you can add these filters. I only want to look at those that we have TFS with an advance on them. And I only want to look at returns completed on a specific date. You can go in and select those filters. You can print this list and you can export this list. So really, it acts as a reporting utility in addition to just a location and filtering utility for you to identify particular sets of clients. To clear those, you actually do need to go in and select all again and remove those filters from it, or else that's all that's going to be displaying. So again, similar functionality to that of Excel. The next piece I wanted to touch on is basically return tags. So we had it, but it wasn't something we really educated anybody on or really instructed them how to utilize properly. What return tags are: the ability to associate a status with a return so that you can track those returns as they go through their completion progress. So return status tags. Real quick, how you get there, I know I did that kind of quick. You're going to go ahead and go to configuration, number 7. You're going to go to configure advanced configuration / macros, macro setup, and then we've got our return status tags. So you can see that I've got this waiting on W2, needs review, these are just some of the ones that I've created. You can click other and you can type in whatever you want and it will add to that list, and you can see when I go into a return it will be there for me to select now. So how is this used? I just jumped into a tax return real quick, and the way that you use these status tags is when you exit the return and you go to the receipt menu. You can see as we drop down we've got the return status tags. Okay, when I click in there you'll see that I've got that big list, and we can label this whatever, and I can click OK and exit this return. And when I go back to the client list, you'll see right there in the client list, as I scroll over, I've got return tags and I've got whatever right there. I really think that this is a pretty important item, and I would again customize this and drop it somewhere near the front of my list. Especially in the early parts of the season, you've got estimates, you've got don't e-file, waiting on documents, you've got all those things you want to go in and really see where things are at. You can quickly go in and filter these and get to what you're looking for. The next item I'm going to touch on is the referral utility. How do we use the referral function in the software? Again, we're going to go to the same spot we were at in the receipt menu, the same place we added in that return status tag, and I'm going to pop in a referral. So I'm going to put in a new referral, and Mrs. Jones provided us this referral. Oh, Miss Jones provided us that referral, and I'm going to exit here. And it really means nothing if you can't report on it, but well, that's what we've done. We've given you the ability to do a fantastic report. So we're going to jump there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to reports. We're going to go to our referral report number 5, and I'm just going to quickly print it, and you're going to see what's on here. Now you can apply filters. You can export this list to Excel, and again, it gives you the return that was done, the name of the individual, the date that that return was completed, whether or not it's been funded or it's been e-filed, what status that return's in, and then who the referrer was. So again, you could apply date filters so that you can go ahead and really hone in on who needs to be paid for the referrals that have been submitted. Another important enhancement was the ability to access the invoice or an approximate breakdown of the customer's net check from inside the tax return. Before, we had to go ahead and go to the exit to the receipt menu, estimated first check, in order to really see what the taxpayer's net check was. So gross refund less fees equals net check. We wanted to make that simple, easy to get to, so you knew exactly where the customer was, and you could go right into this referral federal type up here. You can see I've already selected a bank product. I click on that guy, and it's going to break down for us exactly what our fees are. So you can see bank fee, you can see the advance, the dollar amount from the because they selected the advance, that's going to be debited from their check or backed out. Prep fees all the way down, and you can see the customer's net first check. Okay, again, very simple. When you're in the tax return under federal type, you just click on that guy, and that's going to get you to the net refund for that taxpayer. Which actually brings up a good point. This year we have the taxpayer refund advance. We have the pre-fund through TPG and the advance again through TFS. And a lot of people are wondering, what's that going to look like in the software? Well, very simple. We're going to go to Mark Return Electronic. It's going to ask us, does the taxpayer want the tax prep fees taken out of their refund? Answer in this case is yes. And you're going to be presented with the additional options. TaxSlayer Financial Services check with taxpayer advance. You can see the increased cost there, the extra dollar amount being charged to the access fee, the $33 comes out of prep fee, so that's not built in there. My mistake. But you can see that it's going to ask you for that taxpayer advance. We have 5 bank product options rather than the previous 3 from last year. And that's as simple as it is. When you click that, then you're going to go through and do the bank product as you normally did. Very, very simple. The next quick piece we wanted to touch on is the dashboard document library. This is specific to dashboard users. So if you're part of a multi-office location and you're using the dashboard software, you have now this dashboard document library. The dashboard document library allows you to upload documents to the cloud so that they can be accessed from any computer that is running the software. So you can say, I want to upload this whole tax return, and you would simply upload that file to the dashboard. You would go to your home computer, you go to your dashboard menu in your client list, and then you could pull these documents down. So they're available at any computer running the service or running the software, and if you do in fact download them. So the way to import documents in here and then upload them is simply click this plus button, go ahead and grab the file you want to load, click open, it pulls into the software, and then I just click the upload button and it goes up into the cloud. So very, very simple to do and a very efficient utility. They will be stored semi-permanently, meaning as long as the IRS requires us to retain the documents for the period for that current filing year, they'll be retained. I don't remember I think it's 5 years we'll be keeping them on file. So very simple. The last item we wanted to touch on was simply speed. We have increased the speed of the software dramatically, and you guys should appreciate that and really enjoy that this upcoming season. We thank you very much for your time and the opportunity to serve you and your partnership, and we hope that you have an amazing tax season. Thank you very much.